Welcome to the Properties to Profit podcast. I'm Michael, your host. Excited to share with you my journey from a six-figure job to building a successful real estate business. Each episode will explore various aspects of real estate investing, from wholesaling and flipping to managing rentals. I'll share the lessons and insights I've gained, aiming to help you avoid mistakes and achieve your financial goals. Expect guest experts, valuable tips, and practical advice to guide you on your own real estate journey. Thank you for tuning in. If you find any value in this podcast, please subscribe, share, and follow me on social media. Let's turn properties into profits together.
Good Monday morning, guys. Michael here with Properties to Profits. And today I'm pretty excited to talk to you guys about a book I just started reading I'm about finished with it, called Positive Intelligence. I think I have one chapter left. And this book has been really exciting for me because I think as you grow a sales team, understanding how people think and how you can help them overcoming whatever thoughts they have and judgments, self-judgments they have, it is a great idea, right? And so Positive Intelligence is a book I really want to tap into. I'm probably going to do like 3 or 4 part series on this because there's so much to break down. And I just want to make sure I'm learning everything possible with this book to help myself perform better, because I have a lot of issues that I'll kind of dive in here, right? And so if you are someone who wants to perform better in everything you do as a significant other, as a parent, as a professional, this is a great book. It's really helping me understand the emotions behind why we think and why things happen a certain way. And so, guys, we're going to talk about how positive intelligence is transforming my sales conversations and how I'm going to help my team transfer theirs. So most of us in sales, we lose deals not because of our lack of skill, but because of the mental interference we play with ourselves. Meaning we have all these false judgments that come up and we allow them to take over us. And it's the fear of rejection. It's over controlling. We try to people please or second guess. So like, I'm not a people pleaser, but on the flip side, I try to control too much, right? And so those overdoing either one of those and not understanding why you're doing those is what kills a lot of sales conversations. Complete exact opposites. And it's our internal voice, which is this saboteur, is often the real issue. You're not getting the sale. So it's your internal voice telling you that something that's making something appear real that is false. And so it's a skill set that you can work on and get better. This book is really teaching me, and in a short period of time, I've realized that. And so what I want you to really think about is, imagine yourself as a sales professional, or if you run a sales team, could have recognized the inner voice in your head in real time and then shift it to clarity, curiosity, and empathy. What would that do for conversations rate? What would that do with your culture and personal confidence? Would that allow your team to close more deals or less deals? Would that help them understand your customers' needs and help them achieve their financial goals or not? So if you think that's yes, let's continue on. So what I want you guys to do is really understand what is positive intelligence, right? Well, it's just knowing what's going on in your head and how it serves you or it doesn't serve you. There's a ton of saboteurs. The big ones are going to be judge, avoider, controller, stickler, hyperachiever, pleaser. I'm pulling up all mine here just to run through them all for you guys. Oh, here we go. You have the controller, restless, hyperachiever, hypervigilant, hyperrational, stickler, avoider, victim, and pleaser. And so those are the majority of them. And then we all have a judge, which is like we judge things no matter what comes through us. Well, the flip side, you can look at the sage perspective, right? And when you think like this, it's going to open your mind to think and solve issues and solve problems. So there's 5 sage powers this book really talks about. One is to empathize, right? Really understand what that person's and help them understand that you care and that you're there to listen. Explore solutions, whatever that looks. Innovate, think outside the box, right? And then navigate, because a lot of the sellers and what I do are dealing with tough situations. And then activate, right? And so when you can understand what those mean and those perspectives, you're going to really help your sales conversations here. And so this is a daily practice, right? We want to get a 6-pack. We got to diet daily, right? We got to watch what we eat. We can't eat ice cream 5 days a week and expect to have a 6-pack. Well, you can't have mental clarity and be able to solve real problems if you don't work on your mental fitness every day as a daily practice. So let's kind of walk through that. Meaning we all have a judge. We all hear something, we instantly make an instant reaction, right? And so instead of judging why you're having that thing, or when you acknowledge that you have that judge, what needs to happen is you got to break down and really emphasize, why are you judging this thing? What is going on? What is causing you to feel this way? And is there a way where what they're doing is justifiable? Maybe not in your mind, but in their mind. And then when you can really understand why they're doing something, it helps you calm, cool, collected, solve the problem at hand. And so what we're doing here is we're taking this book now and reading it with our whole team. And we're teaching them how to build the PQ reps, right? Just focusing. So for me, I'm making sure when I feel my blood boiling, I think I run hot most of the time, I just go for a quick 3-minute walk. And it's amazing how quickly that cools me down and allows me to get into my stage, right? Which is going to be problem solving, empathy, all of those things. I'm labeling all of my saboteurs. And so what that is like calling my judge the dictator, right? Because no one likes a dictator, right? And so like when I hear my judge coming in, I was like, oh, why is he dictating? And my controller does the same thing. Why am I taking control of this situation? Let that person fail. It's okay. They're not going to kill anyone. So if they're not going to kill anyone, there is no harm. Sure, we might lose some money. Not a big deal. They'll learn better if they can go all the way through. And what this is going to help when you can start to label all of these things, guys, it's going to give you more calm and clarity on your calls or when you're managing people. It's going to give you deeper empathy with sellers, less need to control the outcome of your sales conversations or your team, more authentic connection, right? And so that's going to help you get more contracts closed at the end of the day. And then you're going to have a better team vibe, less burnout, more growth. And remember, this will work because when you can master what's going on in between these ears that you got and behind these eyes, that's where everything happens, right? Sales is a battlefield that isn't about the script. Like, we can all read a paper, and there's a reason why people who can read the paper don't always win. You got to control those thoughts when you hear someone, and sometimes there's salespeople who try to please, and there's salespeople who try to control, right? We're never going to be perfect, but understanding why you're having those conversations is really going to help you get to the next level. And so over the next couple episodes here, I'm going to break down and help you understand that, like, hey, raising your PQ awareness isn't about being perfect. If you're trying to bench 300 pounds, or I was trying to bench 405 pounds, I failed at that 3 or 4 times before I got it. But it's about keep doing it and get better. And knowing that you have this problem and you have a little bit of weakness is a sign of growth, and awareness is the first step in that. And just remember, we all have a judge, right? And it's always lying to us. And slowing down and shifting to the sage is going to help us win. And that's when the real skills really kick in. And so what I would start with is take the free saboteur assessment and see what yours are. So you can start focusing on that. Just go to positiveintelligence.com and click on it. And then start tracking them on your sales calls and after calls and in relationships. For example, I deal with a controller with my daughter. She's 3, right? She likes to paint. Well, most 3-year-olds don't paint within the line, and that drives me crazy. But then I got to remember she is 3, and I have to let her learn and develop on her own. I think a lot of parents can kind of understand where that comes with, right? I think we sometimes want to control our kids too much, and we got to let them fail forward and let them discover their own great strengths and weaknesses. And so what I would use this PQ to check in with yourself and your team, see where you guys are at, and try to build it over the next 3 months and see if you notice anything. And so, like I said, guys, this book has been really good, Positive Intelligence. I think I've got roughly 2 chapters left. I think I'm on page 200 or so. And so I'm going to be reading it again with my team because it is so valuable. And I want to do some check-in with all of the saboteurs and then go deeper into the sages and how they will help you guys in previous episodes. I just want you guys to be aware of this and how it may help you as well. And so I have found a ton of value so far in this book, and I wanted to see what you guys could do here and help you uncover what's keeping you from maybe achieving your goals. Because it's amazing the stories we tell ourselves, and this book really breaks that down extremely well. Thanks, and have a great day, guys.
Thank you for listening to the Properties for Profit podcast. I hope you found today's episode valuable. If you enjoy the show, please subscribe and share it with others who might benefit. Follow me on social media for more updates and tips. Until next time, keep turning properties into profits.